The game changer is somebody that contributes all of the time. And I think people who understand how important it is to work hard really love the grind. It is the work. It's not the accolades. What happens when Politics 365 acknowledges my work is that it allows me to do more and to have a broader platform and to communicate with more people. And I hope that my contribution to Atlanta and really to the broader community really is to show a model on some tough problems. I think we can prove that you can, in austere times, thrive. We've had unemployment fall in the metro region from 10.2% to about 9% in the 26 months that I've been mayor. As I said, we've built our cash reserves. We haven't raised taxes. We've hired more police officers. We've hired more firefighters. But you just have to bring a more modern, current approach to government and make some really hard decisions. If I can do it in Atlanta, and if our reforms hold, the reforms that we've made around pensions, which have kept us from having to fire people in order to pay unfunded pension liabilities, hopefully it's a model for other cities, the same way that I learn from other mayors across the United States. So when I see something that's terrific and that's working in another city, I certainly borrow it. Hopefully I give credit to the mayor that I borrow it from. But I hope that we're doing things that other leaders can see and then implement them faster, because the action certainly isn't going on in Washington. What excites me is I'm working on 15 or 16 different things that I care about every day. So when I wake up, I may be working on opening a recreation center so that young people have the kind of opportunities that I do. I may be working on the financing for the international terminal at the airport. I may be working on launching a women's initiative for entrepreneurship, or opening an international affairs office. But what I feel best about really is just making Atlanta stronger financially and making it safer. I don't think that a city can thrive or succeed if it's unsafe. Since I've been mayor, I've hired about 500 police officers. We've significantly reduced crime across the spectrum. But we've also had a surge in compassion, focused more on children and young people. At the exact same time, we've tried to make the city safer. We've increased the reserves, our money in the bank, from $7.4 million to more than $100 million now. And we've done these things without raising taxes. Balanced two budgets. We'll balance a third very shortly. So there's a number of things that I feel good about, but I really feel best about the fact that our city is safe and stable in the worst economy that our country's faced in 80 years. I wanted to do good. My parents influenced me heavily. My mom and dad, we were just a very classic family in the sense that we discussed politics and current events. When I was growing up, my mom and my dad caring about it. I had 3 older brothers. That influenced me, caused me to be interested. My parents nurtured my interest, and then I saw some really terrific people in Atlanta. I saw Ambassador Andrew Young at Ben Hill United Methodist Church when I was about 13. That was really the first time that I had a notion that I wanted to be in politics. And then I ordered my life in that direction, and it worked out. Well, I think they need to find what they love first, because you don't walk away from your love or your passion. So when you find something in your community that you really love doing and want to make a difference about, it's much more likely that you'll stick with it because you'd probably be doing it anyway. That's how I feel about politics. I love it. So the work and the hard parts of it, you can absorb and get through because you feel something fundamental for it. So my advice to any young person right now is love first, and then I think it generates the work that's associated with excellence. Well, fundamentally, I believe that we should be doing good. I think that good can be measured in a variety of ways. Good can be measured by making sure that people are safer in their homes. Good can be measured by attracting new businesses into the city of Atlanta so that the citizens that hired me to represent their interests have more opportunities for their own families. Good can be making sure that our city is more sustainable so that our children's air is cleaner, that their drinking water is cleaner. But fundamentally, the question is is the work you're doing good, and is it creating value? And I have a deep belief in the notion of stewardship. I think you have these jobs for a finite amount of time. You should leave it better than you found it, significantly better than you found it, hopefully. But stewardship role is really, you find this thing, you have an opportunity to watch over a city, to guide it, and hopefully in 8 years when I'm done, people will know that the city of Atlanta was managed well, and that my successor will have a solid foundation to build upon, because cities are the future of the world. It was very important to me that we figured out how to pay $1.5 billion in our unfunded pension liability, and did it in a way that treated people who had worked hard with dignity and respect. When we passed our pension reform, unlike some other folks in Wisconsin and Ohio that tried pension reform measures, or New Jersey for that matter, we did our reform with the support of every major labor union in the city, and we passed our reform 15-0. So we did it with all partners on board, respecting individuals, meeting with them, and we solved the problem. We will pay down a $1.5 billion debt, and we will do it in a way that is fair and equitable. And when that grandmom or granddad one day goes with their pension check to cash it at the bank, they won't get 50 cents on the dollar. They'll get the money that they thought that they were going to have. So that means a great deal to me. Well, obviously, making sure that a city is safe is something that I'm going to focus on every single day, because that's a life or death decision. When people like me fail, we're leading a city in the public safety space, real folks get harmed. I don't mean in an abstract way, I mean in a very real way. So that's something that I live with at all times. Making sure that the city of Atlanta is financially strong is the second most important part of my leadership. And then third really is making sure that the ladder of opportunity stays down, so that kids like me, who were like me when I was growing up, can go where I've gone. And to the extent that we're not doing that, to the extent that young folks in our public school system are not getting where they should go, the way that you did and the way that I did, I feel a great deal of responsibility for that. Well, I'd like for my legacy to be that Atlanta is the most important city in the South and one of the leading cities in the world. And that during my period of leadership, I was a good steward for work that was done by previous mayors, such as Ambassador Andrew Young, Maynard Jackson, Ivan Allen, William Hartsfield, and Shirley Franklin, who made significant sacrifices so that the city would be one of the most important cities in the world, and a city that cares about people and families. We say in Atlanta all of the time that we are a city that is too busy to hate. I would like my legacy to be that I adjusted that a bit and made it a city that is not too busy to love as well.